In a world where even the smallest disagreements can lead to arguments, violence, and even death, two brothers tackle the difficult subjects. This podcast is not just about dissecting topics from two different perspectives. It's also about how to have conversations on difficult topics while avoiding the urge to tear someone's head off and vomit down the bloody stump of their neck. Welcome to Conversation Strategies, where our goal is not to defeat the opponent, but to change people's minds. And in these videos, we take a look at different ways in which we can improve the overall experience. My name is Brian Davis, and I have these conversations with my brother Colin, and we often tackle difficult subjects that can create a reaction in other people. Raised emotional levels, tempers, people will often shut down. And so we want to look at different ways that we can avoid that outcome. We want these conversations to be fun and to ensure that the person we're talking to is receptive to our ideas. So in this first video, we're going to look at facial expressions and body language and how it can impact the other person. Let's take a look.
That I think Joe Rogan, people appreciate what he's doing, and people are pretty excited about what he's doing because they think he is, in some people's mind, unbiased. You don't think people appreciate it?
As you can see in this video, I've derailed the conversation. And most likely, I've created a reaction in Colin because of what it is that I was doing. And the other aspect is that I laughed. And that's really something that you should never do in reaction to something somebody is saying in one of these conversations. Let's take a look at how we have to, or what we have to go through in order to move the conversation forward.
Go on. You don't think people appreciate it because he's got a massive fan base?
No. It was the comment about some people think he's unbiased. That's what made me laugh. But go on.
I know, but you were making a face before then when I said when I was commenting on the fact that a lot of people are liking what he's saying. You made a funny face. He definitely is appealing to a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely. He's huge. I think he's got the largest audience in podcasting up until he switched to Spotify. And maybe still, I don't know.
As you can see, we had to stop the conversation in order to address me. And that's not the point. It's not about the people in the conversation. It should be about the topics and the strategies that you're putting forward. Remember, the goal is to change people's minds. And as a little side aspect to these conversations is that if both parties are receptive, they might actually learn something from the other person. And so we want to be able to hear what it is that they're saying, not just to be able to formulate our response, but we might actually learn something that they're putting forward. Remember, these conversations should be both fun and informative. Thank you. We hope you learned something in this episode of Brother versus Brother, a podcast about difficult conversations. We also hope that you enjoyed it enough to subscribe to the podcast. You can help us by spreading the word. Share this episode on your favorite social media so that others will have an opportunity to experience it as well. You can also support us by donating through Patreon. This information and more can be found on our website, broconvo.com, and on our various social media accounts. Thank you.